Welcome to Security Guy Radio at As Is 2016.
Yes, sir. It's a joy to be here.
What's your name, sir?
It's Donnie Cantwell.
And what's the name of your company?
Charlie Crimebuster.
Now, you are another radio show about security.
Yes, sir. We do a radio show about security, and I also do some work with Wiser Security Services here in Orlando.
Wiser, sure, yeah.
So
they're good operation.
As Orlando, we have to say welcome.
Now you have the mouth of the South sound, I got to say.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Don't you think so? He's kind of a good competing voice there with that accent.
All right.
Yeah, I got to be careful. I got a little competition here.
No way, man. When I grow up, I want to be like you.
That's what we want to hear. That's fabulous. All right. So, what's your approach to your show? Where'd you come up with the idea?
Sure.
And what are you using it for?
First of all, we came up with the theme Charlie Crimebuster,
right?
Because Charlie's a very common name.
Yep. I know. I have that name.
This guy's a Charlie, a Chuck.
Right.
A Charlie. Right. And so, the idea was that we wanted to share the kind of information, Chuck, that everyday people could use to help them to be more safe and more secure.
Right.
Too many people think, if you're really going to do something dramatic, you got to be a member of the SWAT team, or you got to have all kinds of karate moves and that sort of thing, when there's a lot of just good common sense stuff that you can use to keep you and your family safe.
Yeah, that is important, and it's funny. It seems that people forget it.
Yes, sir.
They go on a vacation to Disney World here, and they get the tip, and then they go home and forget about the tips, which are just as good at home.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
So it's constant reinforcement of this idea of talking about and stuff.
Exactly.
Now, where do we find your show? What channels it on?
Well, you just go to www.charliecrimebuster.com, and it'll send you right to the show.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And you're on once a week?
Yes, once a week. Once a week. Of course, we have the archives, of shows in the past. So people, we find that people like the convenience of being able to pick their own time to go in and pick their own episode and go from there.
Well, this is true. I do mine live. However,
right.
I also go to the podcast, and we're finding in the research that about 50% of the people will listen to up to 12 hours of podcasts a week, right?
Right.
And about 50% of those listen 50% of the time in their car.
Wow,
my kids don't listen to the car radio. They listen to their iPhone in the car, right?
Exactly.
So this is where the industry is moving.
Yes, sir.
And it does. It allows people to find things, research, get on an airplane. I got 5 hours of shows to listen to and that kind of thing. It really works.
Right.
Tell me about Wiser Security. What's your footprint here in Orlando?
Okay. Wiser Security, of course, we're the 13th largest security company in the nation.
I knew you were pretty big, in the top 20, right?
And it's owned by Mickey Wiser. It's a private company. It's
still.
A family. His family's still part of it.
One of the few private companies.
He's the grandson, of the original guy who started it all, and I like that because it shows consistency through the years. And the other thing I like is that Wiser has taken the approach of building their business through service and not just acquiring other companies.
That's unique.
I'm not downgrading people to do that. I'm just saying that because the emphasis is on building the company, and through service, then I think you keep a flavor there that's very important for clients to have. And so
I
like
agree with you.
Yeah.
You do an acquisition and you fire your account manager because the new company has its own account manager.
Exactly.
You lose the business because it's about the relationship.
Exactly.
People don't get that in the big corporations. They want to buy hours and not keep the personnel. And it's not about the company and the brand. It's about the people that work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very important.
Exactly. And, I'm retired law enforcement, Chuck.
Where'd you work?
I was up in Tennessee.
Okay.
I was with Morgan County Sheriff's Office. I started out as a road deputy and became a DARE officer and then an investigator with special victims and eventually became the chief deputy.
Oh, how cool.
And, Chuck, I thought I had really arrived. I was the chief deputy, the undersheriff at some place.
Right.
And then we had something, I don't know if you guys have it or not, but they're called elections.
Yeah, well,
and
we don't call them that, but that's what they call them, yeah.
It was elections, and my sheriff got beat. And so in our area, you were protected by civil service up to the rank of captain. But if you were beyond a captain, you were kind of considered part of the administration. So after doing all that work, getting to the top, I found myself out of a job.
Oh, boy, that happens, yeah.
So, it's kind of retirement time and everything. So I thought I would get me a sign, on the side of the road and say, we'll arrest people for food, to get started, But instead, I moved to the beautiful state of Florida where we are today, and I got involved in contract security, and then really my passion is doing what we do with the radio show, and that's
it's a lot of fun,
helping people to be safe.
It does. It gets the word out there, and I like to think that we're agnostic.
Yeah.
We're not really peddling something. We're just peddling knowledge and information,
Exactly.
trying to tell people how to do stuff and stuff.
Exactly.
So give us your website one more time for the
It's
radio show.
I know you're not supposed to say that, but www.charliecrimebuster.com.
Well, it sounds good with the Tennessee accent to say
You like that
No, it
Tennessee
does that.
accent,
It rolls
do you?
better. And then give us how to get hold of Weiser.
Weiser Security, you just Google us, and we're all over the place.
I before E?
Yes, sir. No, W-E-I-S-E-R.
See, that's why you got to spell it.
W-E-I-S-E-R. Let me say that one more time.
There you go.
W-E-I-S-E-R.
Weiser
Listen,
Security.
I want to thank you for what you're doing, and it's just great. This was a new area for me, and when I saw you, I ran into you on media through Twitter, and I said, wow, there's somebody I can kind of follow and learn some stuff.
Well,
from.
I'm very flattered. And if I can help you with anything, let me know. Tips
appreciate
or stuff. And you should maybe come on and maybe you can call in and do a little call
I would
in
love
once in a
to.
while.
You do the same.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of
How's
fun.
that? Will that
Great.
work? Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming
and
on
welcome
Security
to
Radio.
Orlando.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.